Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Night Sky This Week show. I'm your host, Andrew Fazekas, the Night Sky Guy. Welcome. Love to see wherever you're watching from. Love to know where my stargazing friends are around the world tuning in. Thanks so much for spending a few moments of your time, even if it's just, if you're a beginner and you're just learning how to look around the sky. I mean, it can be daunting. I'm here to help you. Doesn't matter if it's with a telescope, binoculars, or just the naked eye. It is easy to do, a lot of fun, and it just takes a few minutes of your time every day. There's always something to see. And if you find value in this video, guys, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, wherever you are. It means a lot, allows me to bring these videos into your home every week, as I always do, every Monday. So why don't we dive in? I think the first thing I want to talk about definitely is the moon, but let's take a look at what it looks like. I'll show you what it looks like in my backyard. This is pretty much the view out my window. Partly cloudy skies. I'm kind of hoping to have larger gaps in the clouds for tonight. It would be really cool to see. We have a crescent moon, and here in Montreal, Canada, it's like -8 degrees Celsius. It's cold. But if you bundle up, it can be kind of nice to be able to be outside. You could see it's kind of windy too. The clouds are moving past pretty much here. This is, past just after a big weekend full of snowstorms back to back. It's been quite something. Not great for stargazing, I'll tell you that, guys. But still, I'm always hopeful. There's always the next thing, right? And this week, I think the moon is going to be a great guidepost for finding things. So if we dive into the planetarium program, this is by my friends at Sky Safari. This is Sky Safari Pro by Simulation Curriculum. My friends there love using their software. And here is the setup of what it would look like on Monday, January 15th, 2024, just after sunset, looking towards the southwest. This is from mid-northern latitudes. This is what you'll see. And look right away, what you're looking at is the thin crescent moon pairing up with quite a challenging planet, actually. If you kind of look at what this is, it is a challenge. And I'll tell you that because it's not something easy to see Neptune. When we're talking about Neptune, let me see if I can zoom in. Something's kind of weird with my software here going on. Let's see if we come out and then back in. Yeah. Don't know what that is. It kind of skipped around. Let me just refocus it for you guys. There. So after sunset, right there, you'll see the moon with Neptune. If I zoom in on it, this is what it'll look like. The moon will be very close to Neptune. Now, Neptune is a very challenging object. You need a telescope or a strong pair of binoculars to really see it. But tonight, on the 15th of January, the two will be close together. Now, the glow from the moon will interfere somewhat with Neptune's brightness, but it should be visible as a greenish blue dot next to the crescent moon. So that's what you're looking for, okay? So I'll put a sky chart of this out in after the show so that you guys can go out and look at this yourself. The moon in this particular graphic is enlarged a little bit, about 5 times, just for artistic sake. But beyond that, it's actually not going to be very different from this. It'll just be the distance between the crescent moon and Neptune will be slightly different. Also joining the sky in the southwest is planet Saturn. Love Saturn because it's a beautiful object through telescopes. If you got a brand new telescope, great opportunity to still check it out. Even though Saturn is heading towards conjunction with the sun, it's still a planetary target. Even with the naked eye, it's visible. If we go like an hour after sunset, you'll see they're still visible low in the southwestern sky. In the naval region of Aquarius, the water bearer constellation. So, and if you're wondering, Neptune and the moon are in the constellation Pisces, the zodiacal fishes constellation. So there you go. Getting people chiming in where they're watching from. I can see Cynthia, cold and freezing in Michigan. Absolutely. So you're in the same boat as me. We've got, who else do we got? We've got Sarah from saying good morning from Downey, California. Very, very nice. Thank you for joining. Amateur astronomer. Very nice. Lynn is watching from Derbyshire, England. A very cold and clear evening here. That's right. You're quite a few hours ahead of me. It's already dark where you are. And this is something, the moon, that crescent moon would be a great viewpoint. We've got, of course, Sarah's mentioning Neptune's visual magnitude 7.9, therefore making it a binocular small telescope target. But because the moon is close by, might be something interesting worth looking at. JJ is from Hatfield, Pennsylvania. Welcome. We got Gopa from New Jersey tuning in. We've got Carol from New Brunswick. Very nice. Great for you to join us. And Marlene from North Carolina says hi. Hey, Marlene, I hope you do get some clear skies this week too. And please keep them coming. I love seeing where you guys are all located. So here we are. This is, again, where the moon is set up there. But if we have a wider, now we're having a nice wider view here. You see that Jupiter is dominating the southern skies, right? So that's where we're kind of moving around. Let me see if I can, let me just see if I can do that there. There you go. And you see Jupiter high in the southern sky an hour or two after the darkness falls. This is where it really dominates. Jupiter, easy target. Next to it is Uranus. And what will be interesting is you see the moon here on Monday, as we're broadcasting, is near Neptune, which is, of course, a challenging object. But if I go forward in time, and let me see if I can do that here by 1 day, there we go. You'll see that, let me see if I can do it, not there, like that. There, that's Tuesday, the 16th. You see, watch the moon. The moon is over here. I'm circling it for you so you can see it. And the moon is going to get up close and personal with Jupiter. This is going to be an absolutely beautiful sight, a great opportunity to take photographs as well with your smartphones, perhaps. It's a great opportunity to get to know Jupiter if you're not sure where it is. And it's just a beautiful, what we call a conjunction, when these two bright objects, the planet and the moon, come close together. So here we are. On Thursday is the night. That's the one you want to really circle on your calendar. Is when the two objects are at their closest. You see the moon and Jupiter way up close and personal with each other, and it's going to be a beautiful view in binoculars as well. Something like this you'll see with binoculars. There you go. Let me just show it to you like that. And with binoculars, if you hold it steady enough, I've said this before, it's an amazing thing to do if you haven't tried it yet. So if you hold those binoculars steady, maybe put it on a tripod mount, lean up against a doorway perhaps, put it on a ledge. As long as it's not shaking your binoculars, you'll be able to see some of the Galilean moons. These are the 4 brightest moons of Jupiter. They'll reveal themselves even through binoculars. Easy peasy through telescopes, by the way. But it's amazing that you can see it through binoculars. Again, this is something you can do in an urban setting. If you're in the city limits, this is something you don't have to go out to the country. You don't have to have any special equipment. You can just see this with the naked eye, these two things. It's just easy peasy. And it's amazing to think that, the moon is about 400,000 kilometers away, or about 280,000 miles away, while Jupiter is a whopping 4.75 astronomical units, meaning it's 4.7 times farther away from the sun than the Earth is, and it takes light almost 39.58 minutes to reach your eye. Almost 40 minutes. It's over 700 million kilometers away, Jupiter is, largest planet in the solar system. You're seeing the light from the sun reflecting off those beautiful cloud tops that are Jupiter. That is Jupiter. These clouds here you can see in this kind of beautiful Cassini image. That was an orbiting spacecraft that burned itself up in the atmosphere of Jupiter a few years back. But this is one of those Sorry, Cassini went to Saturn. I'm mixing that up with another with Galileo. But Cassini, on its way to Saturn, took this picture of Jupiter, which I think is amazing. And by the way, Cassini mission did go into the burn up in the atmosphere of Saturn too. But this is just a beautiful sight. You can see these cloud bands. You can even see the Great Red Spot. This, of course, is an image from a spacecraft near the planet, but it's amazing to think that this is something that's visible through a backyard telescope as well. So it's just incredible. The moon is going to be near Jupiter. This is Thursday, the 18th. I'm going to zoom out here out of this. But what's interesting is that also if you get clouded out, just so that you know, if you got clouded out Wednesday, the moon is going to be right there, still close to Jupiter, not quite as close as Thursday, but Wednesday still a pretty good view. You should check it out if your forecast isn't good for Thursday. And then by Friday, the 19th of January, look where the moon is going to be, near Uranus, the planet Uranus, the seventh planet from the sun, the ice giant. This is about magnitude 5.7, 5.8. So it's technically within the realm of being able to be seen by the naked eye, but don't hold your breath on that because you really need very dark skies, and the moon is close by, so forget it. But if you have binoculars, it's pretty easy to find Uranus, believe it or not. So Friday, this is my challenge to you. If you have binoculars, look for Uranus next to the moon Friday night, close to, it's kind of a nice lineup. There's the moon, Uranus, and Jupiter. So you know that Uranus is somewhere between the moon and Jupiter, close to the moon, actually. And if you kind of look at what a simulation of through binoculars, it's something like this. Okay, so you'll see something, the two together should fit in the same field of view of binoculars. In that single field, you'll see both Uranus down here, that little green dot. It'll be the only green star-like object, and then you'll have the moon. It'll be just gorgeous. I mean, this is what sky watching is all about. Again, this is Friday, January 19th, when you want to see this pair. And the moon is going to be where? In the constellation Taurus the Bull, which is really dominating high in the southern skies this time of the year. In the winter time in the northern hemisphere. Of course, for those of you in the southern hemisphere, it's summertime. And this is one of those dominating constellations. Now, also what I want you to notice, we're on Friday. Look what's getting close to the moon is that beautiful star cluster, the Pleiades. So the moon is heading towards there, and it'll actually cross there by Saturday. Look where the moon is. The moon is really close to the Pleiades star cluster. How cool is that? So if you're not really familiar with what we call deep sky objects, this is a term that backyard sky watchers use who are looking beyond the solar system. All these beautiful objects like stars and clusters and constellations that are formed pictures from stars, galaxies, nebulas, right? All of these wonderful, strange, weird objects that we love to look at through telescopes and binoculars. Well, these are called deep sky objects beyond the solar system. And the moon is going to be a great guidepost for finding one of the most famous ones, Pleiades star cluster. It's about 444 light years away. So that means that you're actually looking at the star cluster that's more than 400, the light from it has taken 444 years to reach us. It's really incredible to think. And that's what this star cluster is all about. It's called the Pleiades right there. That's that little one near the moon. Try using your binoculars. You should be able to see it with the naked eye. Glare of the moon, it might become a little difficult because of that glare. With binoculars, easy peasy. Telescopes, even better. So even a small telescope will show it to you. It's just absolutely gorgeous. The Pleiades star cluster I'm talking about near the moon. When is this? Saturday the 20th. This week, later this week. So this upcoming weekend, you've got something to look forward to. Absolutely gorgeous. I hope you have clear skies for this. It's a great pairing. Love it every time that happens. And then, of course, the moon moves off, and it's going to be close to one of the bright stars that represent the tip of one of the horns of Taurus the Bull constellation. It's called Elnath. Elnath is a, fairly decent star, bright star. It's 134 light years away. And Elnath is from Arabic, meaning the budding one. And it's it's very interesting and very appropriate, of course, with this being Taurus the Bull. What am I seeing here is from some of my friends out there. Very nice. We've got April from Edmonton, Alberta. Welcome, April. So nice of you to join us. And Shirag is from the UK. It says he tried to spot Neptune, but just clouded up slightly. I know what you mean. It really, you got to be quick sometimes with this, but hold on. You might get some clear spots, and that's what you just got to be patient. And what else we have? Rooftop Safety, Jim in Deltaville, Virginia, on the Chesapeake Bay. Wonderful, beautiful area. We've got Christine, Henrietta from Indiana. She's 8. Oh, wonderful. Hey, I love when we have the next generation of sky watchers on the show and tuning in and getting some tips on what you can explore. What kind of things can you see in the sky? There's just always amazing stuff. We've got Paul from Guelph, Ontario, tuning in. Got lots of things. We got Jesse from Yuma, Arizona. Unusually cold weather here. Dark skies. Absolutely. Dark skies. You're very lucky. And Marlene from North Carolina tuning in as well. Yeah, it's a love seeing where you guys all are located. So cool. And definitely, even if it's cold, you can still do some sky watching. You got to bundle up. It's very important. Maybe not being outside for very long, but if you're starting to get familiar with the sky, the moon is just fantastic. You can see all week long. It's going to be somewhere in the sky. And, honestly, I'm just hoping that I do get clear skies. I mean, I'm looking outside my window. Look, you see clouds still coming and going here in Montreal, Canada, -8 degrees. Still, I'm hoping. And if I do get clear skies for Thursday, I'm planning on going outside and looking at the moon and Jupiter together. I think Thursday night, that's for me the big highlight. I'd love to see the planet and the moon, these two worlds together would be awesome. And of course, try to take pictures with my smartphone. And I love to see your smartphone photos. So when I post on my timeline, Facebook and YouTube, please do share your photos. I'd love to see them, and I'll share them with the community at large. I think we'd all love to see. Using your smartphone is all it takes, really. It's very easy to do. And if you're interested in doing some more stuff in sky watching or learning more, check out my book, Backyard Guide to the Night Sky. This book is a bestseller thanks to you guys. It's available on Amazon and all other online book retailers, good bookshops everywhere. And of course, I'm selling on my website signed dedicated copies, international sales, shipping everywhere around the world. So check that out on thenightskyguy.com. Also, I've got my Stargazers Atlas. Big, heavy book, contains all 88 constellations. So no matter where you are in the world, this will be a great indoor companion. Remember, it's 6.5 pounds. It's not something that you want to take on a trip necessarily, but it gets you really oriented in what the night sky is all about, why it's so exciting, and why humanity has this deep, deep connection with the night sky. For tens of thousands of years. I mean, it was the original entertainment, right? Before we had iPads and Netflix and all of that, right? So anyways, check that out. It's all on my website, thenightskyguy.com. I'll be posting sky charts on my timeline. Whew, a lot of stuff. The moon is awesome. And don't forget, please do subscribe to my channel. It means a lot. If you find any value in these videos that I post every week, it helps so much if you show your support by giving me likes, shares, and do all those good things like subscribing. It just allows me to bring these shows to you for free every week. So thanks so much for joining. I hope you stay safe and healthy. And until the next video, as always, I wish you clear skies. Bye-bye.